Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright.
You ready, Frog?
Yeah, I'm more than ready.
Alright, with that said then, 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, nice.
Good luck to you too.
Thank you.
So once again, I am Sarah from 1313. I will be your primary commentator this evening while Epic Frog Skater and Mr. Tortellini do their respective runs. So as you saw Tortellini do earlier, we are starting off in City Escape. So if you haven't played Sonic Adventure 2 before, the way that the game is structured is that there are 2 stories. We're doing Hero Story, and within each story there are 3 characters that the runners will play as. In Hero Story, you will play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Each 3 have different stage variances that will play a little bit differently, so these runners have to be adaptable depending on which character stage comes up. And also, as Tortellini showed off earlier, they're both going to go for CE skip. My screen looks like Frog's about to go for it. We'll see if he gets it. He's flying
nice!
up, and he does get it. He's going to hit it. We'll see if Tortellini
unlucky.
So Frog will have about a 30-second advantage on Tortellini. Now, although he's 30 seconds ahead, this does not mean that Tortellini has lost. There's a lot of RNG in this run that can really screw things up, and it's a very, very challenging execution game. So we'll see if the early time save is going to help Frog or not. We'll see how Tortellini responds through the rest of the level. Since Frog is on the truck section now, you have this big truck chasing you. What Frog is going to do is try to carry enough momentum over. He wants to slow down enough as he's going over the hill so he doesn't fly off like he just did, because that costs about 2 seconds every time you fly in the air like that. So 1:31, very respectable time. Tortellini not that far behind. So you want to try and keep Sonic on the ground as much as possible. Every Sonic stage can be kind of a pest because it throws Sonic up in the air sometimes, especially Green Forest.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't know how that worked, but
Tortellini doing a pretty solid job so far. Fell off one hill, but so it looks like they both had similar truck sections there. Frog moving on to the first boss of the game, Bigfoot. One trend you'll see throughout the bosses is that we manipulate their AI. They do the same thing. So what Tortellini is going, or excuse me, what Frog's going to do is he's going to homing attack forward.
Well, I don't do that strat because I haven't practiced it lately and I've missed it.
Well, anyhow, he is going to lock Bigfoot into place by jumping onto the box and pushing him backwards, and then the fight's done just like that. So a really good Bigfoot fight by Epic Frog Skater.
Right. Now for Knuckles.
Do the next thing. Yeah, so now Frog is going to be entering the first Knuckles stage of the game. Wild Canyon stages works as you try to find 3 pieces of the Master Emerald. You have to collect 3 pieces, but there could be hundreds of combinations. There's about 100 pieces per Knuckles level, and you can get many different combinations. So we utilize these hit monitors that Frog is grabbing in order to figure out where the pieces are. The monitor hit locations will always correspond to the same piece, but the piece combination you get is not the same. There's also can be a really challenging thing is that certain hit monitors will have the same text, but the piece will be in different locations. But that's very few and far between, especially in Knuckles. So 30, pretty respectable. Looks like Frog found a free piece, which is a good example. So although the hit monitors only go off in order, you can occasionally see pieces flying around like what Tortellini saw there. So good job by him seeing that free piece and collecting it early. Saves a lot of time to get a free piece. Actually looks like Tortellini got some pretty solid RNG there.
Yeah, definitely.
Frog's moving on to Eggman 1 now. Pretty easy boss fight. All you have to do is shoot forward with the laser blast and then finish him off. Pretty simple fight. So now I'll talk about Tails a little bit. Tails is a similar stage sense to Sonic in the sense that you go from point A to point B. You're going to try to hit the goal ring, but Tails' movement and mechanic is a little different. Tails is obviously in this battle suit that shoots lasers and other cannon shots. And so what Frog and Tortellini will do when they play as Tails is they're going to try to use their movement, or they're going to try to use the camera to help their movement. The problem with Tails is if you turn too quickly, Tails slows down a lot, so you'll notice that they'll do a lot of jumps in order to conserve momentum. So just momentum conservation and other things is a little bit different for Tails. the big mechanic on Prison Lane is that you have to destroy certain enemies in order to break open the gates. And so the best way to go faster is to get quick lock-ons and then go slow enough and then carry your momentum enough so that as the gates are just open enough for you to get through that you don't hit them at all, and then you can just cleanly go through. It's very nice. So far, the only difference in this race seems to be the city escape skip that Frog got. Both runners doing a pretty solid job on Prison Lane so far. Yeah, every time you see the runners jump with tails, it's usually to change their angle quickly enough, as I mentioned earlier. Because if you move incorrectly, you can lose a lot of momentum. The issue with tails is that it doesn't look very flashy, but really clean movement saves a lot of time, more than you might expect.
Yeah, most of the time, movement in tail stage is the biggest deciding factor for the time you're going to get.
Oh, that's a shame. That would have been a gold. I don't have my splits up, but that would have definitely been a gold.
Very nice. Welcome back, Dej, partner in crime. How was your break?
It was great.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. You have food, fantastic. Good. Well, as Tour Lane finishes up, Frog is going to be starting Metal Harbor. Metal Harbor can be a very devious stage. If you fall into the water, you die. So falling into the water is very, very bad. Frog is going to be coming up on an upgrade called the light shoes, and the light shoes are going to allow him to go along a line of rings really, really quickly, and we will use that upgrade throughout the run to go faster.
There's a lot of technical movement in the stage, it makes it one of the more difficult stages of the run. For example, there's a bunch of tricks, not a bunch, but there's a couple that save a pretty good chunk of time, along with good movement, like underloop and pulley skip.
I would go for pulley skip, but I'm like pretty nervous right now, and I don't want to mess it up.
So missing pulley skip can be a pretty solid time loss, so if you want to avoid that, that's good. One of the things you'll notice, and actually before I talk about sonic movement, Frog is not going to do rocket jump, so he's going to get down on this angle and using a spin dash jump, he can fly up and hit the rocket early. Really nice job getting a 13 there. That's very, very respectable. One of the things you'll notice the runners do with Sonic is they will utilize their spin dash to go faster, and you'll sometimes notice them do what we call spin dash chaining, where they will do continual spin dashes, and we do those when Sonic is either going up hills or is going on a flat surface to go as fast as he can. Otherwise, yeah, go ahead, Dej.
If it's a steep hill, then we usually keep spin dash going because it adds to our speed.
Correct.
Can I just add, that was a very close and dumb mistake that I just made, but I thankfully saved it by jumping on the jump pad.
Yeah, you can jump off of that loop and just jump into the goal ring, but if you don't have enough momentum, you may lose the momentum.
And that loop right there is one of the worst places to die, because then you have to go through the rocket all over again.
Yeah, both runners doing a good job so far at this point. Really, the only difference maker between them is Frog getting C, skipping the race, versus Torlini, who did not. Both having respectable times, very close times as well.
Shadow 1 is a weird boss in the way that you kind of have to manipulate him with movement. Depending on distance, that's how I see it. He can do either a high jump or a low jump. If he does a high jump, then you lose a bit of time, especially if he does it twice.
One of the things you might have noticed is, hey, wait a second, Frog just ran into the Shadow's face and damaged him. How did he do that? Well, we can do a little trick that we call storage. So one of the interesting things about Sonic Adventure 2 is that the somersault button and the spin dash button are on the same key. So what we can do is if you hold it in between a spin dash and a somersault, you will get the property of the somersault, which allows Sonic to go underneath things without actually doing the somersault animation. So we can run into Shadow's hitbox and we can kind of, in a sense, go through it in order to damage him really quick.
Storage is also useful for going under somersault spots, if that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Correct.
Keep the somersault hitbox when you're doing storage.
One of the other things we can do to do storage is that if we hit the spring pads while holding the storage, you will immediately get a spin dash. So it's a little bit quicker with movement to storage into a spring pad.
You just gotta time it correctly to get the fastest spin dash charge time. Yes. Fun fact: if you press B for a single frame, you can get infinite storage.
Okay, thanks, Sonic.
Which I think is correct.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Possibly gonna lose the lead here, but I'd hate myself if I didn't try it. So let's go for it.
Going for wall run at this point.
Wall run is a bit of a hard trick.
He's gonna get
come
on
on.
the wall. We'll see if he can get the moonshot now. Got a moonshot. Got plenty of height.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's gonna hit it.
He got it.
Very good for Frog. Saving 15
Yep.
seconds.
I'm so surprised that I actually got that. Okay. I mean, in a normal one, yeah, but this is much more than a normal one. Oh, voice crack. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm gonna take a minute here. Let's see how Tort's doing.
Tort's coming up to the wall run skip, but I don't know if he's actually going to attempt it or not.
No, definitely not. I mean, if it did, I'd hate him for it.
So the alternative to do is that Tort is going to go onto these spring pads in order to get up the wall. When he gets up to the top, he's going to do what we call bungee skip. He's going to do a spin dash off the ledge, or spin dash jump, I should say, off the ledge, and then we skip a bungee kind of cutscene part of the level, saves a pretty decent chunk of time. So spin dash, jump over the ledge, and boom, right there. Saves, I don't remember how much, but saves a decent amount of time. Frog now is on Pumpkin Hill, the other RNG stage, or the second of 5 RNG stages. He's actually got pretty decent RNG so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is.
He's been pretty good.
Pumpkin Hill is structured into 3 mountains. There's Church, Ghost Train, and Pumpkin, and you typically get 1 piece per mountain, although sometimes you can get lucky because there's other offshoots by the mountains that can either make pieces really close or not close at all.
This is pretty decent.
Yeah, Frog got some pretty solid RNG. 1 piece on each mountain, and even Twin Skulls is pretty solid, and that first piece he got to was pretty good. So, pretty good RNG. 41's very, very good.
Would have improved movement, but hey, I'll take a 40 over, a 50.
Also mentioned, and you can watch Frog get this, he's going to be getting the Shovel Claw. The Shovel Claw allows Knuckles to dig into the ground. An interesting fact about Pumpkin Hill is, in a story mode run, when you get the Shovel Claw, the game checks to make sure you got the upgrade by giving you a piece that you have to dig for. But if you go back into the stage once you own the upgrade, you will get a combination. You can get combinations of pieces that you can't get in a run.
So we're coming up on Weight Pop, and it's one of the more weird parts of the run.
Well, what we should start with is that he's going to get an upgrade called the Booster, and the Booster is going to let him hover. However, we're going to abuse the Booster because if you do a double jump or a frame pause or a buffer like he just did, you can get more height than you're supposed to get off of a jump. So essentially, what just happened right there is Frog did an A input, he paused it, and then he unpaused and did A. And what that does is the game thinks that he's essentially done 2 jumps about a frame apart. And if you do a second jump right after your first jump, there is additional vertical momentum given to you by your booster, and that additional height allows us to get to places we're not normally supposed to get to, like that weight. Now, why that matters is coming up, Frog is going to approach a set of kind of an elevator weight cycle deal, and essentially what he can do is, if he's fast enough, he can get onto a elevator faster than waiting for it to come down. So you will look on the left of his screen, you'll notice that elevator goes up. If he had been just a little bit faster, he could have gotten onto that elevator, and he would have already been up there by now, which is why we go through cycles.
The first cycle you can possibly get in a run is called a super cycle, which is the fastest cycle most likely to get in a run.
Yeah, Frog got what is known as half cycle because that back elevator, he didn't get it quick enough, but he got onto the alternative elevators. A good job by Tortellini also hitting the weight hop, so he could also get 0 cycle. We'll see if he'll be able to do that, as Frog is essentially done with level and just clearing out debris before reaching the end.
Nice. Wait. Man, what?
Are you on PB pace?
Definitely, no, definitely. Excuse me.
Okay.
Frog on PB play is going to be doing a lot of concentrating on that.
No,
point.
definitely.
Tortellini coming up on the 0 cycle now.
Tortellini also very easy PB.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell him about your rouge really quick?
I got a minute-long rouge. That's a thing.
Oh, well, that's a boss fight, and that fight normally takes about 15 seconds. So a little bit of time
Yeah.
saved there. So
Just a little.
Tortellini also going to get half cycle there. Frog, on the other hand, starting Aquatic Mine now.
Oh, what the hell?
way this stage is broken up into is there's a top area that he's going to hit a water switch to drain the water. There are 3 levels to the stage and a couple of offshoot areas. There's this big area, and then there's the mine shaft area, and then a ghost room, and then an underwater room. So far, pretty decent. Actually, really good. That's a rare piece that he got. That second piece, most people don't. You're not going to see that piece very often.
And then he got a pretty
Underwater.
third piece, but
Yeah,
it was
having to
still
go to the
given
water
like a
is slow.
35.
33, not bad at all. Not bad
Yep.
at all. I think that's better than Deja's PB, right?
Okay, stop.
But you got bad RNG, probably. Well, you say it's bad RNG. I don't even remember what you get.
It is bad.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't watch this screen share right now. Damn it.
Whew, okay, now for the boring stage.
Route 101. This is a very, very unique stage in the game. You're driving, and a couple things to be aware of when you're driving. First off, when you get 20 rings, you get a boost, which allows you to go faster. That's really good. Now, you're going to notice Frog is going to start swerving, and what he's doing is he's doing something. It's kind of normally like a normal drive position, and then this is kind of like the, oh my gosh, I'm going to spin out deal. Well, if you do this helps us do 2 things. First of all, when you do a boost, if you do it normally, you're going to decelerate because the game automatically decelerates you when you're normally driving when you do a boost. But if you're swerving like this, you actually don't lose the momentum, so you get to keep your speed after a boost and when you go down hills. And I also think it's nice too because it helps you control tails a lot better to make those sharp turns.
It gives you more control overall.
Did you get the minecart dumping area?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I am so sorry. Alright, so Tortellini just got one of the worst pieces in the game. Like, not just the stage, in the game. Having to hit another water switch, go all the way down. He probably also got dented ceiling, which actually
It
isn't
looks
even
like it,
bad. And especially because you already had the water switch, so that's going to work out. But that is a bad piece, and it's bad, and it should feel bad for existing.
It should. It definitely
Now, the
should.
good news is he already had the water switch so he could hit dented ceiling, although a fun fact, you don't need to hit the switch, you can drive, or you can do a
just do a
spiral
double
upper
glide.
or not spiral upper, yeah, like a glide to get it.
It's a little bit precise, but the second one, the farther one, is...
It's way harder. The first one's
No,
not that bad.
definitely.
It's like, I think it's close to perfect, actually.
Frog doing a nice job. He's going to have a pretty commanding lead at this point between C, Skip, and pretty respectable RNG.
Also, since Tortellini is entering Route 101, on the first boot up of the game, or on boot up, Route 101 can boost you forward as soon as you start. It's really jank. It saves
But it saves a second.
So every time you do
Nah,
a run,
that was pretty bad.
Route 101, you just restart your game. Save 3 seconds.
Or you could just not care, like me.
What's that Wanamaker? Oh, is it?
I got some SC2 peeps in the chat. Hello to everyone, and actually hello to everyone that's come to join us. Well, for me, it's this evening, so I appreciate that.
Honestly, the fact Tort this is this close to me is amazing. Like, well done, Tort. Like,
Well, I got minecart dumping area.
yeah, and Like honestly, like I got green forest, like
Yeah.
good RNG, green forest wall one, and you're still this close to
Between the
me.
wall run and the RNG and C skip, it makes sense that Frog's probably a little over a minute and a half ahead at this
Yikes.
point. But now Frog is entering hidden base, and the desert stages can change a lot because they can be kind of tricky.
They're technical and they're really tough and they can be brutal.
So you're probably being like, oh my gosh, Frog just jumped through a wall. Yes, you could jump through a wall in this game. And Frog actually made a mistake there. But what he's trying to do is he's doing something called GC skip. GC stands for GameCube. What he's going to try and do is if he goes through the corner of the wall at a precise enough angle, he can reduce the height loss from entering that corner, and you can make it to the other side. It saves about 4 seconds if you get it. If you play the GameCube and only the GameCube version of this game, this wall does not exist. Hence why it's called GameCube. So good job, good second try.
There's another variant of the strat called GC on PC. I mean GCSS, because GC on PC is a dumb name. Anyway, you can jump on a pole with supposedly a frame perfect unpause hover, and you can land on that pole, and then you can either do a hover jump or a pause hover off that pole, and then you can just fly through a wall.
It saves a second and a half over the GC skip, so it saves 5.5 seconds over the not doing it at all.
But it's
a
kind
little
of precise to get.
Yeah. We have some controversy about naming skips in this game. Some people call it GC skip on PC because you do essentially that skip on PC. I prefer GCSS because it's a super skip or a skips to skip kind of deal. Some people don't like either. I call it pole jump sometimes because you jump on a pole and stuff, but no one seems to like that but me.
You see, GCSS is the best.
Well, anyhow, we're getting into some really political, controversial stuff.
CGSS is the best game.
Anyhow, so utilizing the hover jumps you get by pressing A very quickly, Frog is able to get onto platforms he's not supposed to and go further into the level.
Just fly through walls.
Corley is going to opt to do the safer route.
I myself, I'm admitting, even with the death alone, a 2-minute hidden base isn't exactly what I was looking for. But hey, I can't have a perfect one now.
Yeah, it's a hard time. It's a hard stage to get a strong time on because it's so technical.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So Pyramid Cave is a really technical stage.
Oh god.
Probably the hardest Sonic stage to play overall in the run. There's no big skips. It's just movement. So right here, Frog is gonna wait a bit to land on the or run on the speed pads because he can store another spin dash. Keep the speed from the speed pad as well. So Frog is just gonna do a bounce, not a bounce, but a jump off the hourglass to get higher, and just skip the whole hourglass part. Right here, he just did a cow box hover, which is going into that corner and just doing a spin dash hover. It bounces you up and just allows you to get to bounce up pretty quicker. Right here, Frog is going to do a super bounce over the wall to skip the first door. You can actually clip through that door, but it's a bit hard to get.
Yeah, you might remember the next position.
Do a second door skip, which is he lines himself with a specific spot on the floor and then he jumps through it. So right here, he's sticking around the walls because it allows him to gain more speed. Those cool games. Right here, he's gonna go over. He's gonna do a super bounce on the wall, and I think he's gonna do snake skip.
Yeah, he's doing snake skip.
So snake skip is a gravity bounce, and gravity bounces are when you kind of hold a weird angle and you just bounce, and you can keep that angle for a certain time, for a certain amount of time. Not a certain amount of time, but depending on what angle you hold and all that. There's a lot of things about it that's
okay.
weird.
You're fine, you got it.
My heart rate is very high, but we got Pyramid Cave done. One of my most troublesome levels, but we did pretty good.
Also, that was another gravity bounce at the end. You'll probably see a couple more. Especially one for the big skip at the end.
Now for another Knuckles level.
Yeah, Death Chamber is literally death. It can be a very punishing stage. You got a really good piece. So, and you also get the, I don't even remember what the upgrade is called. You essentially get the gloves that allow
Hammer
you to punch
gloves.
through iron. Yeah, hammer gloves. You get this punch through iron boxes. Death Chamber is comprised of a main area and then 3 colored rooms, red, blue, green, and then there's side hallways. Now you're probably going to be like, hey, what the heck, Frog's killing himself. Well, why he's doing that is if you get a piece in the blue room, there's a very high chance you'll get a piece that spawn in the red room. So it's easier to just, what we call it death strats in order to get a piece. And it took him second try, but he did end up getting a piece in the red room.
Which is pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Depending on the third piece. And you got a pretty alright third piece.
Yeah, and he's gonna do what we call booty clip. He's gonna get behind this thing, and then you can jump out of bounds and go to wherever you want on the stage.
Did we already explain glide resets?
Not really, you can do that.
Okay, glide resets for a certain amount of time when you start gliding. Okay, you can glide for a certain amount of time before Knuckles starts slowly descending, and then the speed rapidly increases over time, very quickly. So what Frog does is he does a quick drill dive to glide, and that resets that descending, you know, moment. So you can just glide straight for a little while longer.
Now for personally the worst boss in the game. Sorry to interrupt you, but this boss is personally the worst boss because if you mess him up, you mess up your run. So I'll let you explain exactly what I'm doing.
So, yeah, I'll explain. So what Frog's doing here is he's just waiting for him to throw fireballs, and at a certain point when he starts blowing fire out of his mouth, he'll allow you to hit the hourglass. Now, you dig him up, and then you can get a 1 cycle, but you have to hold a kind of precise angle.
Fairly
and then
precise.
You're able to attack him.
Oh my god, okay.
Be able to get a 1.
Oh my god.
I'm so nervous that I could have easily messed that up.
Frog, are you on?
I'm lucky to grab that key there.
Hey,
Yeah, that was a little sketch, totally. But you got it. You got this.
Now for another bad boss.
I'm just gonna take it. I'm not doing too good right now, so.
Right here, he's doing super bounces, and they're pretty tight. It's a pretty tight window.
Oh,
Yeah, so the problem with doing super bounces on Egg Golem is you have such a you don't have much time to get the bounce off, so it can be very challenging. Although Frog did a good job there, and then you just bounce and hit him there. He'll get onto his arm, do a spin dash, and well, you can do a spin dash jump to hit it, but he gets another super bounce well done.
nah, let's try and go for it.
Egg Golem time.
Ah, yikes. I tried to go for it, guys. You can do like a little glitch where right now I can be moving about and do whatever I want, but I didn't get it, unfortunately, so.
Yeah, if you hit the top of Egg Golem, as the cutscene fades, you can control Sonic in the ending cutscene.
It's pretty neat. So right here, there's an...
Go ahead.
Okay, so in Eternal Engine, also turn it. Anyway, there's another cycle you can get in Eternal Engine. If you go fast enough, you can get a 1 cycle. And it's unlike Mission Street, it's actually pretty lenient. So you can get it at like between like 104 and 107. You can also get
Per checkpoint, yeah.
lower than 104, yeah. But most of the time you probably will hit it at 104. It's not that hard to get. There's just a little bit of a little bit of precise movement.
Some not precise move.
Sorry.
I know, I'm teasing you.
Nice camera, by the way.
I'll call it bullying.
Yikes.
Oh, okay.
Unlucky for...
That sucks.
Oh, shoot.
So something happened to Tortellini. He was too far to the side of King Boom Boo, and you can flip him, and we don't want that. So sorry to see that. Tort, you got this though. Keep it up.
It's all good.
So right now, Frog is currently getting a Q cycle, most likely.
Oh,
Yeah, nothing wrong with second cycle.
So right here, he's just gonna go quick
course.
through the door. You have
just in case.
you hold upright angle, and sometimes if you hover, you can just go through that, then glide a specific way, and then you can just glide to the end. I don't know why I said specific way. You can just glide down to the end.
That is very true. Anything could happen. You never know. Talk could secretly know CGSS and not be telling any of us.
Tort's also opted to do the.
Right.
You can do the strategy that Tort's doing. This is really nice for runners that don't want to deal with super bounce. You can just kind of use spin dashes to get around quickly, and then
Oh my god, I thought I missed it then.
you can get a pretty consistent time on Egg Golem doing it this way.
Yeah. Honestly, lately, Egg Golden Bounce has been really bad to me, so I'm super like happy that I got like loads when I did it. Not easy at all for beginners.
Oh,
And they shouldn't learn them, to be fair. They should focus on learning on more important stuff than Egg Golden Super Bouncers. Okay, alright, alright.
Well,
there we go.
now Frog is on Meteor Herd. Dacians, it's your favorite stage. You want to explain it?
Okay, so bottom pieces suck. There we go. Anyway,
Alright.
RNG can be pretty mediocre sometimes. There's 4 different colored grounds. There's a middle section, and then there's a top section. Now, Meteor Herd is infamous for certain pieces. One example being Floating Stone Above a Moon, which is at the very top. It's actually worthless.
Oh yeah, no, that piece.
And 2, a lot of the bottom pieces
Thanks.
are far away from you at the start. So, and the way I think RNG works in this game is that it's more likely for you to get a very, very not good, very terrible
Oh my god.
top piece after the.
Oh,
I was going there for a
Frog
monitor.
Frog got a piece that you can see as a free piece.
I mean, you could call it a free piece. If you go up and then turn, I guess you could see it, but...
Yeah, it is a free piece.
You have to walk up to it because the view distance prevents you from seeing it.
Oh, yeah, that
So
is
if you walk
true.
up to it, then-
Yeah, honestly, I was going there for the monitor. I had no idea that the piece was there, so thank you, Meteor Herd. That was the very appreciated RNG.
So,
Alright.
pace right now.
Oh my god. What is this pace I'm on?
I mean, because of Rouge, I'm technically on PB pace.
I'm not going to do the strat that most runners might want me to do.
So
Nice.
the
Oh,
way
yeah, here we go.
do Rouge is if you drill dive into Rouge, you can lock her into place and then just kind of
Nice.
finish her off real quick.
That was
Oh, you barely got it.
yeah.
Yeah, the issue with Rouge is that you only have until about the 19-second mark before the floor opens up, and that can be a big pain to deal with then.
Oh my god, what is this pace I'm on?
Should we stay silent for Frog? I think he might.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'll be in my own world panicking.
I wouldn't.
I'll just quickly say, I mean, we saw CGS
Oh,
in
whoops.
the glitch exhibition. Crazy Gadget is interesting because you use gravity to control the floor and ceiling. But since you guys saw the glitch at exhibition, I'm gonna also be quiet while Frog goes for it.
I refuse to miss this checkpoint. I don't care if I get it consistently. Okay, right. There we go. Okay. Oh, unlucky. Alright. Alright, what I accidentally did there was a spin dash hover. Wait, okay. That was unexpected. Alright. Come on. Oops. Got it. Alright, so that's the first part. Now, usually CGS is a piece of cake for me, but, you know, I'm on a really good PB pace run, so I'm on a good possibility that I could mess it up because I'm panicking. Very nice. Ah. Okay, right.
All right, got it. Good job. Good job.
Nice. Yeah,
That could be a very
yeah.
intense skip to do in this kind of situation. So very well done getting it, even if it was just. I mean, second try is still respectable for sure.
Yeah.
Also,
You
rest
could
in peace, world
probably
record.
still get, like a 38 right now.
Oh yeah, world record happened about 30 seconds ago.
No. I said the wrong word. Whoops.
Darn it, Dej. So
Ah.
Eggman 2 is kind of finicky. Whenever you shoot at Eggman, he's going to move to the right, so you try to hit him as he's moving. And then after the second shot, he's going to fire a giant laser at you that you just walk, or you kind of hover around, I should
Oops.
say.
Yeah.
I dislike this piece.
What piece did you get?
Moving around storage area. I'm missing.
Eggman would like to stay still. Oh my god, I honestly no idea how I survived there. That was
Hey, you did it. That's what matters.
okay. So if I get alright,
If you like us to be quiet during FR skip.
you can do whatever you want. It honestly won't bother me. I'll be in my own world. So
Okay, so
This is a ripper.
we're going to be utilizing the bounce bracelet we got in Pyramid Cave on this stage. Essentially what will happen in about 20 seconds is Tort's going to jump off the rail and he's going to start doing a bounce at an angle. And what he's doing is he has a counter in his head and he's going to turn. And if he does it right, he's going to not hit the kill plane. If he gets, around this kill plane, he can fall to the end of the stage.
I'd say this is about a 35. So 35, I'm gonna go, and then hope for the best.
Yeah. FR skip is one of the
Okay.
more.
Past.
Alright, so he got it.
Oh my god.
But now he is holding up, by the way. So you have to hold up for the skip to work. And at about 104, 105 on this timer, there should be some buildings that come into view.
hopefully
Alright,
pray to God I'm
let's,
high enough.
Tortellini going for Rouge. Can he save 45 seconds over his PB like he said he can?
Oh, I did it.
Yeah, he can. Let's go. Also,
I think Frog
has
that's
got plenty of height, avoiding the kill plane. You can go through those buildings, but
Yeah, I choose not to.
if you're too far to the left, you can.
Okay.
Yep, he's on 38.
Also, chef, get ready on time. And oh,
Stay stop.
okay. Seraphin, I want you to keep an eye on the time because it might be a second or two delayed before chef press
Yeah,
it.
I will.
So yeah.
I'll make sure later.
And does this mean this will be able to go on Speedruns Live? Speedruns.com, sorry.
Oh yeah, of course
Okay.
this will.
Yeah.
Alright.
Time it with the splitter too.
Plus,
Just
I'm a
like watch
moderator
the
and I've
video.
watched the run, so.
Alright, oh yeah, you are. I've just like okay, come on, right. Let's see if I mess up, shall I?
Yeah.
Safety
We'll
ring.
do the boss fight.
Ugh. You gotta love that first bit. But I'm just letting him teleport and take it safe. Oops. Right, let me just get in the pattern and unlucky. Right, I want to restart. Right. So I just got a bit nervous there, and obviously that first hit counts. So I'll do that. Come on, Sonic. There we
You
go.
need to jump to the right, or that works too.
Oh, unlucky. Right. Time.
Time. All right.
Oh my
30,
god.
50.
Oh. Oh my
Nice
god.
job, bro.
Oh my god. Talk. What did I
there's a
say
stream
before this
delay.
race?
There is a stream delay. I can't tell what the stream delay.
No.
We'll see.
You can look on the stream right now. Okay. Actually, yeah, there is stream delay. You're right.
Timer was at like 39:10 or something.
3909. Yeah.
3909. Actually, I have a Do I have recording? Yeah. Oh, I don't. Okay. Wow.
Is that a PB for you?
Yeah, no, definitely. So what is it, 3909?
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
something like that, yeah.
Damn it, right. I was hoping 38, but I'll take that.
You were on 38 pace.
Yeah, then then that shadow one happened.
No, the way that shadow fight works is you can lock him in place by doing homing attack. So after he does a homing attack in the air, he can lock him back in space. Essentially, shadow normally doesn't let you hit him, but if you time it right, you can keep hitting his hitbox. It's kind of annoying. The best way to get that first hit consistently is to jump far to the right and then come in on the shadow. At least that's a strategy I find to be helpful. Otherwise, sometimes that can happen to what happened to Frog there, where you don't have the speed to actually hit him first. But congratulations to Frog on a new PB. That's very, very awesome. Good for you.
I just got a PB a couple of days ago as well.
Tortellini, he is going to attempt FR skip. Now, is that your first sub 40?
No, second.
Second? Well, congratulations. That's very good.
Oh.
And pretty nice time save since you had a lot of time on Shadow.
Oh, okay. That's not PB. I was on PB pace too.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot,
Actually,
man.
he missed FR skipped. It looked like he turned a little too early on that.
Yeah. I might be able to get it still.
I believe in you, Tort. Just. Yeah, I know you did. You home attacked way too early. You want to be in the ball for a little bit, then home attack.
Well, I glanced away for a second. The time was off. So.
Oh, fair enough. You do it a slightly different way, so I'm not gonna tell you how to do your way.
It's all good.
Oh.
We'll see.
Well,
that was.
Tortellini is going to hit the skip. It looks like, or he at least is descending down. We'll find out in about 20 seconds or so if he has the height.
I hope he has the height.
So close.
I should have the height. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, plenty of height. Just don't go too far left.
Yeah, just don't go left, and you should be fine.
There's a kill plane directly above that tower where the goal ring is. If you fall too close to it, and you do not want to die there, it will make you very sad.
No, it definitely will do. I tell you that, and especially if I got it, I would be. That would be it for me.
Insane Shadow 2 is barely a PB. That's about it.
Insane. So optimal, basically. As optimal as you can get.
For me.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. For you.
I need the gold by 8 seconds, which is definitely possible.
I'm definitely going to need to practice that first shadow hit, because if I can just get that down, then.
I need to work on that too.
I can't believe it.
I'm just gonna spin dash through. I think I still got it with that.
Oh, Tort's doing a slightly different strategy.
Okay. That was odd.
And there we go.
That last PB there. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
43:09, I believe.
Nice job, Top.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. I'm getting the stream delayed. It's gonna be 43:21, I should say. All right.
Bang on.
Congratulations to both of you.
Yeah, and as I promised, we do have a little bit of time, I guess, because I did get a new PB, which is way before the estimate. Alright. So, I'm going to introduce to everyone sandwalking. We're not going to do no zero cycle, rubbish. Let me just restart that. We're just going to... Well, I didn't need to. Okay. So, I have no idea what happens, but if I can get it...
Hand walking?
A little bit less.
Okay. Hand walking is yank. All of that.
Yeah, there you go.
Basically, what you do is when you hit a balloon, you fly up.
I kind of missed the balloon completely.
So what you do is you land into the sand, and it's pretty frame perfect. If you hit the balloon and land in the sand at the right time, then you fly up.
Almost.
Not die. If you do it too late, you might fly up, but you will still die.
Yep.
Sometimes you just don't fly at all.
Probably shouldn't jump there.
Yeah.
I'll give it a few more tries. I can get this pretty consistently, so that's kind of the reason why we're doing it now. I just haven't done it in a while, so nope. Alright, so I guess did you not PB?
No. I
Oh,
was
you-
like 13 seconds off.
Oh,
So,
unlucky.
FR first try would have
I'll give it a few more tries, but it's a very cool trick that I feel like would be nice to show off.
Yeah,
That
it
PB
seems
wouldn't have been good anyways.
if you get sandwalking and get the earlier cycle, it saves like what 10 seconds
Yeah.
or something like that. Over doing normal first cycle, which most runners that do Dark Story hate Sand Ocean.
Alright, I'll give it. Alright, let's say 2 more tries. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But hey, you can.
Although I think Dark Story, Rouge is the worst part of Dark Story by far. Oh,
No, definitely.
Man.
Oh,
Oh
no,
man.
no. I do quite enjoy headquarters, but that's about it.
I actually like.
Okay, one more try.
Space.
I thought I was way more consistent, but
You
apparently
kind of
not.
get the gist of it because he's rising up in the air before the screen fades away.
Right. I'll give it until Tort's credit ends, and then I think we'll call it run, I guess. Oh, that was pretty close. So essentially, at the same time as you touch the sand, you want to be going up in the balloon, as they've explained. So I have to kind of shoot in different places. Damn it.
I might be able to find someone to raid if you guys need it.
Okay.
I need to shoot a bit earlier, then I'll do it.
So,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it, but hey, you kind of get the point of it.
is this over? Is it over?
Yeah, we're done. Alright, sorry guys.
So, guys, I just want to say, if we're still live, Seraphim, one of our commentators for tonight, is doing a race at ADDQ 2017-18 with A_mustache.
Hopefully, _mustache. He needs to raise some more money to get himself there, but
Or
Vivlash, or Draco.
All of which are top runners in this game.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see that, well, you know.
well, everyone knows that GDQ happens. You
Yeah.
know when GDQ happens. There'll be a bunch of random games you've never heard of that have like 100,000 people watching them on Twitch.
So yeah.
Alright, that's it from us.
I'm myself.
That's stage 4.
4. I'm a cool gamer.
Yep.
Please
Uh,
subscribe.
I'm Epic Frog Skater.
I'm Mr. Tortellini, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Once again, I'm
Hi.
Seraphim1313. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Alright, you can take over now, Chef.